Hi there and welcome. I'm so glad you've joined me here today. These are my top picks for the year of 2024, my top art supplies. I'll admit 2024 was my least productive years in terms of art production, but I've rounded up these supplies that, looking back on 2024, get me excited to make some artwork. I want to take these art supplies and carry them into the new year 2025. Come on guys, let's get started. Hi, my name is Vanessa and I make art videos about a little bit of this and that, mainly things that pertain to sketchbooks. If that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing. Alright, so up first I have this case and I love it because I'm sure I have talked about this in some of my other favorite videos, but this is my go-to case and it houses a lot. It has 3 main compartments in the side pocket, which I find very convenient, and inside of it, it has one of the standout art supplies, I should say. And it's going to be 2 pins, and one is my Lamy, and this other one is this fountain pen. It's by Sailor Japan, and it has this bent nib at the end, and I really feel like that sort of bend at the tip really helps to stabilize the pen as you draw, and you can get some really nice expressive lines. So I did this sketch where I have highlighters and some other marker pins in the background, and then on top I used this fountain pen here. And since I'm talking about this spread here, let me show you the color pencils that I'm also loving. These are the Holbein colored pencils. The softness of these colors, these pastel tones, are just speaking to my soul. They make me want to go out and draw. I do have a larger set of these, but this small set is great for art on the go. It is a set of 12 colored pencils, and these are light fast pigments, pastel tones, and I use that as my base. Came in with this fountain pen and it was just so much fun to work with. And then the Lamy is just a great pen overall. It is, I almost like them better than my TWSBIs, which I love my TWSBIs, don't get me wrong, I can't live without my TWSBIs, but these Lamys are amazing to draw with. And so this is, I put a converter inside of this Lamy and I did this fun little sketch here and then here, and I did some lashes right here. So yeah, I like to keep them housed in the side pocket. This is a little bonus, my favorite. I always will love these. These are my Pilot Color Inyos, and they come in different colors. I have most of them inside my pouch, but we're talking about these art tools here today. I'll just quickly show you this pouch. So it's got a pocket here, and you can insert your supplies here. You can fit a very small pocket-sized sketchbook in here, like this one, like my Royal Talons art creation. It has 2 zippers so you can meet in the middle. It doesn't have a pocket in the back. I updated this with new art supplies. I actually made a video of looking at my pouch and pulling out some stuff that I had from last year and replacing them with some new things, and that video just I had it in slow motion, so I didn't feel like going back and refilming it, but I thought, hey, what about making this video of my favorites? And I always like watching those, so I thought that would be helpful. But anyhow, I have some pins in here, different colors, my water brushes, my go-to art toolkit with my watercolors. Oh, this one got stuck. That one's M-Gram. They get really sticky, that's why that one's sticking, but this has a combo of brands. But anyhow, so this favorite is the pouch. I do like to do art outside of my art studio. So this is heavy duty, inexpensive, and lots of compartments to organize my art tools. Next, I have this art supply. This is the Faber-Castell Graphite Aquarelle, and it comes with 5 different values. So it comes with a HB, 2B, 4B, 6B, and 8B. And these are fun. Now, I use this in this sketchbook that I actually finished last year in 2023, but I love these so much that I really want to take these into the new year and use them. And this is with watercolor base and graphite tint on top, and then vice versa. Graphite tint as a base and watercolor on top, and then the water soluble graphite on its own. And I did it in this sketchbook that I finished this year. I added some accents here. I had a lot of color going on here, and these are more Studio Ghibli characters, and like I said, they're very colorful, so I wanted something that was more achromatic. I really like them a lot, and I feel like all of these supplies that I'm sharing with you are going to help me get out of my sort of art block that I've had. I've had a 6-month break where I had made some artwork, but it was very minimal and not as strong and not common for me. Common for me would be making artwork at least 4 to 5 times a week, and it went down to like maybe once a week, maybe skip a week or 2 and do it a couple times a week. It just was inconsistent. So these art supplies that I'm sharing with you are going to be everything that I enjoyed this year, and I want to take into the new year to get me back into my art practice as strong as it had been. Y'all, these are amazing. I love these. These are new to me, and I've had them over a year, yes, but in my existence on Earth, it is a new supply to me, and YouTube made me buy it, and I love it. No regrets. Highly recommend if you like mixed media. These are perfect for that. So the next 2 things I'm going to show you, these and then the other supply, are great for mixed media. They're great on their own, but they're so versatile. You can do so much with them. The great thing about these Caran Neocolor 2s is that you can get a wide range of colors. You can mix them together to customize colors, and you put them down, add some water to activate them, and the magic happens. So this one comes with 2 trays, and I believe I got this as a Christmas gift, not this Christmas, but last Christmas. I believe these were a gift, but these are fantastic. Now I'm going to share some artwork that I did with these. I did this last year in my sketchbook, but that's when I really started using it, and this was with some gouache and Neocolor 2. So Neocolor 2 as a base, and then some gouache touches on top to finish it off. But very fun, vibrant colors, and I think my favorite way of using it is with gouache. Here's another one with gouache and Neocolor 2s. I want to say that I use some of those Neocolor 2s in here along with the next item I'm going to show you. So let me go ahead and show you my next material. Alright, so this is another item that is new to me in the last year and a half, maybe 2 years. I can't remember when I purchased these. Like, time blends into each other, moments blend into each other, and I kind of lose track of time and sequence of my life. But these are the Derwent Inktense. These are another great for mixed media, and I have a smaller set. I started off with a smaller set. I think it was a set of 12 or 24, and I love these so much that I got the larger set, so that's why these look like they haven't been touched that much. But in this new year, I really want to take these in to 2025 with me and enjoy these. So going back to this artwork, I have mixed media. I pretty much used everything that I had filled this whole sketchbook with. So like the Inktense, my water soluble markers, my glittery pens, a little bit of everything. And I wanted to finish off this sketchbook with a little bit of this and that of things that I like. But the Inktense are bold, vibrant. You lay them down, add water, and magic happens. And then this flower was done with Inktense base with some gouache, the Caran dash, those little dry gouache pans. I want to say I really like this mixed media sketchbook too, and at first I struggled with it, but then once I got used to the paper, I liked it. I wouldn't say I loved it, but if it was on sale and I ran out of other mixed media sketchbooks, I probably would repurchase this. At first I was like, no, I'm not gonna buy it again, but then now looking back at my sketchbook, I really like them. I like a lot of the spreads in here, but it wouldn't be my first pick. It definitely would not be my first pick. Inktense are amazing, highly recommend. This is another spread that I did with Inktense and then some actual ink, and look how vibrant that is. It's just so beautiful. And then I added some color pencil accents on top. Again, great for mixed media, layering multiple materials on top to give you the effect that you want, and just having fun and playing with it. And then this one too has some Inktense and gouache on here. But I forgot to share this sketchbook with you guys. This was part of the sketchbooks that I used or worked in 2024. So I started this one in June 2023 and finished this in June 2024. So whoops, I forgot to include that in my sketchbook video. If you missed that, I'll go ahead and link it down below, but that video has all the sketchbooks that I worked in 2024. So now we arrived to the paints. All right, so my last material that I'm going to show you, my last art supply I'm going to show you are going to be, let's see, dry gouache. I love this because there are some days that I don't want to take my gouache out of the tubes and then pour them out and use them. This, I just add water to activate them. Yes, they do not come out as great as it would if you were to go with straight gouache from the tube. The colors are not as vibrant, but you still get that gouache feel with these. They're not as intense when they're dry. So I have this. I believe this was my first dry gouache palette that I made, and I made 2 more. This one's a little crusty dusty. That's okay, I'll have to clean that out later, so excuse the mess that you see here. But this is another one that I made with some Daniel Smith, and I believe there's some Holbein in here, along with maybe a Schmincke. But like the color range I have here is pretty much your basic split primary colors, where you have your warm and cool primary colors plus some secondary colors in there for convenience. Same thing with these. These are mainly Holbein gouache, which I do love Holbein gouache. It's one of my favorite gouaches to work with. The portable painter palette is great, and I love it. It's great for watercolor, but I decided that I wanted to use it as another dry gouache palette. And then these have some Holbein, and I think there might be a couple. This one's Daniel Smith for sure, and some other colors from, I think, Schmincke. This is one of my favorite dry gouache paintings that I've done. I did do some color pencil on top, but this was really fun. Just turned out better than I expected, and I love it because it's my little orange guy, Sunny, and I love the dry gouache, and I definitely am going to be using them in the new year. Let me show you and highlight my favorite paintbrushes, and these are newish to me. I can't remember when I purchased them. I want to say I bought them in 2024. I may have done it before, but they are the Princeton Aqua Elite brushes. These bristles are amazing, guys. They have enough flexibility and enough firmness for you. These are great for if you want to work with watercolor and gouache. I could see myself even using these with acrylic, but I mean, they would work with acrylic, but I don't want to use them for that. I want to use them strictly for my watercolors and gouache, and I seem to reach for these the most, and I'm definitely going to be using these for the new year. Well, I bid you farewell, 2024. It wasn't my most productive year in terms of art production. It had been productive in other parts of my life, but I want to get back, step into the new year, 2025, with a sense of enthusiasm, motivation for getting back into my art practice. Making this video, I feel, is helping, and digging into my old sketchbooks and looking at some of the things that I made with these fun art supplies is going to help me out. I already feel pretty enthusiastic about it. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank you for spending your time with me today, and I hope you have a wonderful and creative day. And I'll see you next time. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.